Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today's lesson is Unit 1, Step 4 and 5. Please open your books, page 14 and 15. Students' book, page 14 and 15. Okay, so students' books, 14 and 15. And today we have grammar and vocabulary. Before we get started, we need to remember, if you can remember, we talked about laws and types of course last time. So can you just remind me of the different types of law court? Let's remember together. We have three types of courts: summary courts, military courts, and religious courts. That are the types that we talked about. So today's lesson is about the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. Okay, so we have two tenses here to compare. Present perfect simple, we form it by using have or has plus verb in the past participle or verb 3. Like, for example, when I say, they have broken the law. They have broken the law. So they should be punished. So here I have the verb have broken. We call this what? Present perfect simple. The second tense is has or have been plus verb ing. For example, when I say he has been studying the law for 3 years. So I understand that he started studying 3 years ago and is still studying up till now. Okay, so let's get more information on these two tenses. The present perfect simple, we use it when we want to talk about the fact that something happened in the past. Okay, like for example, I have swum in the Dead Sea. I have visited or I have been to London. So here, as you can see, you did something in the past and you don't have a time reference. We don't say, for example, last year, yesterday, because this would be past simple. The second case when we use the present perfect simple is when we say a past experience or achievement with a definite result in the present. When you do something in the past and it has a clear effect in the present or a result. Like, for example, when I say, I have broken my leg. This is in the past, but what does that has to do with the present? It means I can't go skiing now or this year. Why? Because I have broken my leg. I did it in the past, it happened in the past, but it has a result in the present. The second one, you can say, I have passed my driving test. So you went to the test, you did the test, and you succeeded or you passed the driving test. So what can you do now? I can borrow his car next week. So this is a result of the past action that happened. I have passed my driving test. If we move on to compare the second one, which we have, which is the present perfect continuous. Okay, we use it to talk about an activity which continues over a length of time. Something happened in the past and continued for up to now, for a long time and up to now. So, for example, I have been reading a book about the history of. I have been reading a book about the history of lawmaking. So here it means you started reading and up till now you are still reading. The second condition we use it in is to stress the length of time of activity. So when you have an activity that has taken a long time, you use this tense. She's been training to be a doctor for 6 years. So she started 6 years ago, and up till now, she is still studying or training to be a doctor. So here I want to show the length of time, all right? And number 3, an activity which may not be completed. It's not finished. You started and not finished. Like, for example, Noelle has been writing her economics essay all morning. Now, I want you to watch here for the word all. All means that this action took a long time, all morning, okay? And also, if the number 4, an activity which is repeated over a period of time, like for example, the police have been interviewing people all week, all week. Again, here the word all plus time, all week, all morning, all year, all day. It means it continued for a long time. Okay, you can say also, I have been or we've been playing tennis this week. It means over and over, more than one time. Now here, if you open your book, student's book, you would find this exercise, and you have here A and B and C. In A, you have 2 sentences. They are almost the same, but let's look and see the difference here. Okay, so what is the difference in meaning? Is it a complete action? Is it finished? Or not yet, continuous action? All right, so who can do the first one? Ibrahim, please. Mishari has studied law and history this year.
Complete.
This is a complete action?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes, this is a complete action. This is finished. Very good, Ibrahim. Very good. Now, the second one, Mishari has been studying law and history for 4 years. Tamer Mishbit. This a complete action or a continuous action?
Continuous.
Let's check together. Super. Yes, this is a continuous action. You have your ing and it's still going on. Thank you, Tamer. Next one, B. Lamia has written 2 essays this morning.
Complete action.
Let's check together. Very good job. Yes, a complete action. She finished 2 essays. So this is a complete action. The next one, Lamia has been writing an essay all morning. All morning.
Continuous action.
Continuous action. Let's check together. Very good. Continuous action. Super. Continuous action. Right. See the first one. The police have interviewed 2 people so far today. This is complete. Let's check together. Very good. It's a complete action because I have 2 people. Right. And the last one, the police have been interviewing people all week.
A continuous action.
Continuous action. Let's check together. Wonderful. Good job, Ali. Good job. Right. So as you see here, we have the difference between the present perfect simple and continuous. In the present perfect simple, in the first sentence, we have a complete action. It happened and finished. But the second one, it is a continuous action. Now, how can we mark the difference here? If you look at the continuous action, you will find the word all morning, all week, okay, 4, and then you have time for 4 years. It's a long time. The second thing, if you look at example B, you have 2 essays. 2 is what? 2 is a number, okay? So when you have a number of the here, 2 essays, and in C, 2 people, if you have a number, this is a complete action. It is finished because I have the number of the people or the things finished, okay? So this would be present perfect. Okay. Now, write 2 different answers to each of these questions. Here, we need to give 2 different answers. Any answer you think of, you can think of. What have you done so far this week? You can say here, I have played tennis 3 times. Now we want to have the same sentence, okay, structure, but of your own. Think of anything the same. I have, and then past participle.
I have played football 4 times.
Good job. You can say I have played football 4 times. I have swum in the swimming pool 6 times, and so on. So write what you said, because your answer is a wonderful answer. Okay, you're a very good answer.
Okay.
You can write your answer. Yes, yes. I'm giving you just an example, another answer, but your answer is super. B. What are some of the things you've been doing for a length of time? Here it says, I have been playing the piano. What else you can say? I have been what?
I have been watching a comedy movie.
Okay. Can you say it again for your friends, please?
I have been watching a comedy movie.
Very good. Okay, good job. Good job. So I have been watching a comedy movie. Okay, you can say this. I have been watching a comedy movie for an hour. You can say that. Right. Let's have another answer. I have been watching a scary movie. Good job. Good job indeed. Okay, the last one. How long have you been doing these things? Here I need a period. Okay, so I say I have been playing the piano since I was 13, or I can say for 3 years. Now we need another answer.
I have. How long have you been doing this thing?
Yes, I have been.
I have been playing football since I was 9.
Excellent, excellent. You've done a good job here. Thank you. You can say, as Ibrahim, you can say, I have been reading the Holy Quran since 9 o'clock for an hour, and so on. Okay, so this is the correct way to do these examples. All right, now let's move on to the second part of our lesson for today. It's the comparative and contrastive connectors. If you want more information, at the back of your book, page 122, you'll find more examples and more explanation, okay, at the back of your student's book. Now here, which words or phrases in these sentences compare or contrast two things or two people or situations? Now you have here 3 sentences, A, B, C. In each one of them, you have a conjunction, a word, or more than one word that connect 2 sentences to contrast or to compare. Okay, you can get this? So we need to know which words or phrases that we can use here or we've used here to get this meaning. All right?
Instead of becoming a lawyer like his father, he chose to become a policeman. Instead of.
Very good. So the word is instead of. Yes. So instead of is used here to compare, to contrast. Okay, I have 2 things here. So this is to contrast. Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
In comparison with other careers, the legal profession can be quite stressful. In comparison with.
Let's see together. Very good. So in comparison with is used here to compare. Good job. Good job. Now let's see the last one. Policemen, modest wage. On the other hand, lawyers are often well paid. Can you do the last one, Muhammad?
On the other hand.
On the other hand, are you sure?
Yes.
Very good. Let's check together. Very good, Muhammad. Yes, on the other hand. Good job. On the other hand. So here we have the 3 words or phrases instead of, in comparison, and on the other hand. All right. Now let's move to our last exercise. here, we need to know what is being compared and contrasted here. So let's check together. The first one, the writer is comparing the careers, the choice of the son compared to that of his father. Okay, instead of. And the second one, the writer is comparing other careers he used in comparison with the career of legal profession. And the last sentence, the writer is comparing the career of a policeman compared with that of a lawyer. All right. Now here, let's do this exercise. We need to. You have here B, C, D. Okay. We need to do like the example. Join the sentences with one of the words here. On the other hand, or instead of, or in comparison, or but, or whereas. Okay. Any one of these words you can use to connect the two sentences. For example, we have here policemen and we have lawyers. So the first part of the sentence, policemen, and we take arrest criminals. So we say, policemen arrest criminals, and we put a comma, and then we take whereas, and then I take the second sentence, lawyers prosecute criminals. Okay? Use another one, not whereas, I can use instead of. So I say, instead of prosecuting criminals, comma, like lawyers, policemen arrest criminals. So I can use more than one. Okay? But I want you to pay attention here. After instead of, we have ing. So I say instead of prosecuting. Okay? So I use ing or a noun. Now, we need to do the same with the three sentences, B, C, and D.
Policeman carry handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
And the lawyer carry briefcases.
Briefcases. Yes, but I do not want to use and here. It's not contrast. Choose one here. You have on the other hand, you have instead of, in comparison, but, whereas. Choose one of those. Very good. Very good. You can say this. But, yes. Who else can do B? Use another word.
Carry as prosecute handcuff.
Okay, Khalid. I need you to try again with this. Thank you, Khalid Jam'an.
On the other hand, sir.
Yes, please. Can you say it?
Policeman carries carrying handcuff. On the other hand, carrying
lawyers.
Lawyers.
Yes. Carry
a briefcases.
Cases. So let's see here. So the first one, as Ibrahim said, policemen arrest criminals. I can say whereas or but, lawyers prosecute criminals. Can you see it in the red color down? The second one, as you said, Khalid, policemen carry handcuffs. You can say but, you can say on the other hand, it's okay. Lawyers carry briefcases. Now the next one, policemen have to be very fit, and here lawyers have to be very intelligent. We need to join this. Number 3, have to be very fit. Policemen have to be very fit. We start with policemen, subject, الفاعل. Policemen have to be very fit.
Policemen have to be very fit.
Yes. And we connect. You have whereas, you have on the other hand, you have but.
On the other hand, the lawyer have to be very intelligent.
That's it. Very good. That's what we need. Yes. So here, for example, you can say, as you said, policemen have to be very fit, full stop. On the other hand, lawyers have to be very intelligent. That's one. You can say but. Okay. And you can say instead of, but you use ing. Instead of having to be fit like policemen, lawyers have to be very intelligent. So we have different answers. The next one.
In comparison with policemen and lawyers, policemen are paid by the government, but lawyers are paid by their clients.
Very good, very good. So this is how we join the sentences together. All right. Now the second part of our lesson, some words, or the last part, some words that have more than one meaning. The word bench. Bench can mean this in the picture, bench, or the seat of the judge. Next word is defense. You have to defend yourself, or in football, for example, to defend your team if you are a player, or a country, or defense is the lawyer. The lawyer, we call him the defense. The next word is, this is handcuffs. Handcuffs. Note, the word note could be note like this, you write something on your ideas, or it could be the note, bank note, for example, and so on. Musical note, more than one meaning. Prosecute here, to get legal proceedings against a person or an organization. To sue someone, okay? To sue someone, take him to court. The word row has more than one meaning, like this in the example, rowing, they are rowing, okay? Or row means the people sitting beside each other, like in class, the first row, like in the theater, like in football matches, okay? First row, second row, last row. Next word is spring. Spring means like this in the picture, the metal part here, the spring, or the season of spring. Next word is judge. This is his job. We call him the judge. Or if you use it as a verb, means to make an opinion about someone. You say this person is not intelligent, this person is active, this person is lazy, for example. So you say here, you judge him. The next word is case. Case is the bag where you have your clothes, or the case in court where you have a case, a criminal, and a judge and a lawyer, and you have a case. Like in court, okay? So here I will leave you this example to do after the class. You have here judge, sentence, defense, case, and brief. And you have definitions. We need to match the meaning here or the definition with the sentence. I'll do the first one with you. The judge handed down a fair sentence. Judge here is the job of the person. But the second one, as a verb, shouldn't judge a book by its cover, okay? If you see a book, you don't say this is a good book or a bad book until you read it. And you cannot do the same with people, okay? So, like here, the action by which something resists attack, you say defense. The punishment imposed on a criminal by a court, you say a sentence. Container, when you put your clothes, we call it what? A case. And the defendant's representative, a legal dispute, we call him again defense. So the lawyer, we call him a defense. All right, everybody. That's the end of our lesson for today. After the session, you have your homework. Okay, you log on and then you do the exercise. And see you next time. Don't forget to do your homework.
معاك أستاذ معاك.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do you have any question?
No, thanks.
No.
Okay.
يعطيك
Thank you very
العافية.
much. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much. بكده نكون خلصنا درس اليوم. اللي عنده أي سؤال أو تعليق يكتبه في التعليقات. يا ريت اللي لسه ما اشتركش لحد دلوقتي بالقناة يشترك ويفعل جرس تنبيه عشان نتابع الجديد بأول ويشير الفيديو، وبالتوفيق للجميع إن شاء الله، وإلى اللقاء في دروس قادمة، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.